Hello and welcome to this new video. Today I will be solving the Microsoft Excel Collegiate Challenge 2024 Teams Semi-Finals case. It's called FootGolf. It was quite an easy case, especially compared to the finals case. The finals case I haven't completed yet. One level is missing, but yeah, not a bad case. Only an easy one. Yeah, it's my third time doing this case. I did it once, then I did a video about this case and I failed with recording it properly, and now I'm back here in the third time. So here, let's jump into the case. Level 1. In this case, it's an easy sum. You can track this down and done. Super easy. Now this is getting a little bit more tricky. But the most tricky part was that in this case, the example stuff is also part of it. So in this case, I make here a by-row sum. And then I sort it to have this like in the proper order. And then I make an X match sum of the appropriate row and search for the position inside here. Hashtag 4. So, and then we can track this down and we're done. And this here is basically the same with a little addition. The sorting is different. So I have here my sums and I will not sort them. Here this is a sequence 21. Make it hard-coded. So, and now first it's sorted on the overall sum, then it's sorted on the last 9 holes. Then it's sorted on the last 6 holes, then on the last 3 holes, and I should use here the proper table. Sorry for that, guys. Yeah, in this case the table is different. And then sorting on the last row, and then we do a sort by of this first sort it based on this, then sort it based on this, then based on this, then based on this, and if this isn't enough, sort it based on this. No Adobe. And here we have like our sorting thing. In this case, first is the 7th answer. This is alright. And we concat sum. Let's do it that way. Sum of this and a backslash and text of X match of sum. No, not sum. X match this position in this sorted stuff. And the 4. Sorry. F and then 4, close the bracket. Why is this disappearing? Crazy. Close the bracket and code 00, and we can track this down. So now it's getting super easy if you know how to do dynamic arrays. So in this case, we use this plus this, and the sum is 72. As I've told you, quite easy. This should be non-dynamic, but never mind. Control X, bring it in here, drag it down for the other rows. Now, this is basically the same, but instead of those as numbers, you have it as symbols, but you can do an XLOOKUP for symbols in here, returning easily the number. Close the bracket, drag this down. This is the same, but here we need to have a text split function. And we can also drag it down, 6 levels solved. Now we are doing it a little bit differently. We have another format. We're getting points with the difference we have to the par, so the handicap base thing. So now here, this is the numbers we have. This is what we should have. And now we are getting points based on this calculation. Here above below par. And those are the points, the stable 4 points. And the sum here is 28. So we can sum this and bring it in here and drag it down for the other levels. Here it's getting level 8 is a little bit harder because now this is basically the hardest as it will get. Because here you get an index and you fill up here, this is the handicap, and you subtract from your strokes a certain number, and it's going from the hardest given by the index, from the hardest lane to the not so hardest lane. And if we're going around, so only 18 lanes, but you see a 53, then we're starting again with the hardest lane. So what I did here was a sequence for 53. And then I did a mod -1, my divider is 18 plus 1. So here you see index 1, the hardest, is here 3 times, but index 18 is only here 2 times. And we now count this. So in this case, we map in here this lambda a, and then count if this equals is a, This one. I hate count if use filter, and then columns, and here this should be a. I hope this is alright. No. Filter mod should be alright. This is too much stuff put into it. So here we have the counting. In this case, this is the non-hardest lane, the easiest lane. It's only coming in here 2 times, the other or 3 times. And then we subtract this from here. And then we also use here par minus this. And this is then used to calculate the stable foot points. It's the second time I make this mistake and changing coins and points. And then sum is up 35. What's wrong? Okay, guys, something is wrong. 53. But the question is, what is wrong? So here I have then 4, it's 4, it's 0, 3, so it's 1, give me only 1 point. Never faced this error. It's the same, Okay. 35 should be 37. Have I lost here something? Map sequence divide by 18 and put here everything in. These are the counts. These are the things I use. Did I change it? Yeah, I'm dumb. Okay. Need to keep out for that stuff. I changed the order to calculate the handicap points. Excel was assuming here 37. Oh, sorry for that, guys. So now putting this in here and copying it from above and below. That's dumb. F4. Everything else should be alright. We have here still calculation errors. Here also. What is this? Each. Should be also non-dynamic. But we will have errors here, because here this count if method should be have 0 in for some stuff when we're not completing the full round. Now we're finished. Sorry for that, took me longer than in my first 2 attempts. Now vertical distance. It's simple. I have a lambda for this, but I will do this without a lambda. Rho indirect of this minus rho indirect of this position here, minus 1. Maybe it's from this, minus 1, and then times 2. It's 40. And you can check it down. It's basically the same here. You can also do this from scratch. Equals use here this is this, and this should be here, and we're now using the Pythagoras calculation for rows and columns. I use this here in a let function. I can simply switch here out column and row. This is then argument C, and my result is square root of R square plus C square. And I need to round this. I hate rounding, but I forget rounding a lot. It's 8. We can check it in here and check it down, and we're solved. So all levels solved after 16 minutes. Let's go to the bonus questions. What is the sum of the scores of the top 3 ranked players? So the lowest scores of those in level 1. So it's a sum small year and sequence. Sorry, I'm switching keyboards right now, so confused sometimes. So here's some small sequence to have this in a single formula. Getting a hole in 1 is a relatively rare occurrence. How many hole in 1s were scored in level 5? So for this, we need this plus this. Yes. Sorry. We need this plus this, and then we can track this down and count the number of ones to row, not to call. Make this another let formula. T rows filter T equals 0. Calc bad. Why is there a calculation error? T is right. We have a not on hole in 0. We have a hole in 1. Sorry. And it's 12. Yes, right. The bottom 5 players get $5 in level 6 for each birdie and 10 for each eagle. How much prize money is given to them? I want to have the bottom 5. So here sort bottom 5 highest score. So here sort this sort by this based on sorry guys, based on the scores. And then take the bottom fives. You could also sort different and take the first five, but never mind. Take the bottom five, text join. This with a semicolon. So here is all the text stuff, and then how much birdie and eagles are in there. We need to pay attention. Probably they're not length 1. Oh, this is length 1, this is length 2. That's crazy. Len minus len substitute here, substitute those stuff out against nothing. And here this is 13 times 5. And this is 16 divided by 2 times 10. And the sum is then 145. So 2 bonus levels to go. In level 8, how many stable points were awarded to handicap adjusted net scores equal to birdie? This is super complicated written, and it's a written quite complicated. It's basically how many stable fort coins were awarded to birdie, eagle, albatross, and condor. Level 8. So, one row up. It's some we do not want to have. And here, if this is larger than 2, then we want to have those points. If x larger than 2, then x, otherwise 0. And then we want this for all levels. And the sum is, no, this should be larger than, is this right? Level 8, we are in level 8. How many stable foot coins were awarded to handicap the birdie, eagle, albatross, and condor? Birdie, eagle, albatross, and condor. Is this also here? X lookup. In there, x should be larger than 2, then x, otherwise 0. Okay, 659. 659. Okay, it's the right answer. Sorry. Assuming all players kick off from 053, what is the longest kick in level 10? Only vertical. So here, this is basically 053. And this distance here, where's the hashtag graph? Huh. Okay, let's use this here. I know why. It's time to finish this. And then we want to have the max. It's 88. And we're finished. So as I've told you, 24 minutes. It was a 30 minutes 3-person case. It was quite easy and doable. Not the worst, not the best case, but an interesting one, and not many lambdas to use here. So yeah. So thank you for your attention. As this is the last video in 2024, I wish you a wonderful start into the new year and an excellent year 2025. I hope to see you on this channel many more times. So see you then. Bye.